Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
I mean, let me get pretty before Hugger hits the bird.
Oh, we already live, boy.
Oh, snap. Oh, my bad. What's going on, people? Hey, let's make sure we share the stream out, okay? Let's make people know that we are
Let me see.
live. Let people know that we are live. Listen, I know. Oh, I'm double.
Oh, that was me. I think that was me.
No, it's me. It's me. It's me. I'm double the pleasure,
Hey,
double
you know
the
what?
Oh
fun.
Lord.
It's us. Okay.
It's
It's
us,
the
exactly.
something and the greatness of double mint gun. Am I the only one that remembers that song?
double
Yeah,
Yeah.
you up there.
You old. It's
Y'all ain't
okay.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Wow.
listen, bro. I'm fresh out the kitchen. It's hot in there, bro. I was over there slaving. Okay,
He said, "Whipping the brick."
Mama
cause my
rolling
wife ain't
that
home
body
yet,
got every minute. Or wait, no.
and I made it, bro. I made it on time. My shirt still kind of got some stuff on it, but we definitely.
Oh.
I know people look at the title, and I know what y'all want to talk about. Right? I know. That's what everybody was talking about all morning. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna talk about it. Okay.
We have to.
But to be able to do that, you know, we gotta make sure we get into some other stuff because that conversation could dominate the podcast. And we're not a one-trick pony here. I like to talk about games, not just acquisitions or whatnot. But we're gonna get to it.
Lies.
But before any of that, okay. What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from LV1Gaming.com, and congratulations, you guys leveled up to 211. This is the double XP podcast. Shout out to you guys who are watching live, those who will be coming in later, those who are watching pre-recorded, those listening on iTunes, iPad, whatever the hell Apple is doing, Spotify, those who are watching at LV1Gaming.com. Thank you so very much. I am your host, Fame Entertainment. The show was per usual, ran by the floor hugger, per usual, over there looking pretty as usual, running the show. We're gonna start with the introductions, per usual. The man with the clamps, Citizen Sneaks.
What's going on, everybody? Gaming news, stuff, things, whatnot. I don't really want to talk about most of it because I feel like we've talked about it all already to death, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. But I'm gonna give the people what they want. So talk to us, people. What you want?
Listen,
Smash
you gotta-
like, slap, subscribe, get all up in that.
Yeah, get up in there, and when you got a dead horse, you beat it. You beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it off.
No
You beat
one
that
wants to
horse.
beat.
Hey, yo.
beat it.
What we doing?
Next up,
Shimon.
Okay.
nothing.
You know, I'll let it go.
My right hand was man, the floor hugger with the hardest of ours.
What's up, y'all?
Arrgh.
Alright. I'm glad to be back with the boys
Oh, yeah.
talking about video games. Oh yeah. And all the good stuff. Welcome to everybody. What's up, Dawn? What's up, Darth Kermit? How's everybody
Kermit.
doing?
Yes, sir. That's
on these fine
one of
days?
the. That's a good name, good image. He says, "Sony be like, get caught or die trying." Listen, we definitely gonna get into that, Darth. Ain't got what to do. It's a big favor while you hear Darth and don't hit that like button. Let the people know we alive, man. We trying to entertain you folks. Next up, the number one reviewer, LV1Gaming.com, and co-host with the floor of Cogs in the Machine. That's live every other Tuesday. Chakalaka88, also known as It Is Tricking, even though he has it.
There you go. That's right. You got to put some respect on that.
Still tricking if you
Put
got
some,
it.
Yep.
put some respect on this.
So, hey, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and just take the time to just go ahead and formally announce that I will be live streaming here on Mondays. So, yes, you guys get to see me and Fame. You've given me a reason to take the dust off of my green screen that I haven't used in a minute.
Lord.
Dang.
So, there you go.
Damn.
Okay.
You should just send that to me. I can have a crab background. Come on, man.
A what?
A crab.
I thought he said
background.
crack, and I was gonna say, sir, this is for all intents and purposes.
What
3/4
happened?
of this
I mean-
podcast is black, and we talking about crack.
I mean,
The Zesty Lemon, yo, what's up with these names? First off, Dragon
up,
Heart.
Lemon?
What's going on, Dragon? My guy, the Zesty Lemon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
Between him and
that's
Dark
RP
Kermit,
friend.
they yo, this is that's what's
Yeah.
up. Your RP friend is cool. Wait a minute, is this who taking all your time away from me? Is this who taking the plug away from me?
It's one of
Listen
the
here,
people.
Bucko.
She's really cool.
She is mine.
And I will
I had
say,
a first.
she's so cool that her YouTube is
she?
also her Twitch, and she probably be streaming later today, so you can go watch her.
Oh,
She's
shout
real
out
cool.
to you, Zesty Lemon.
Sub Zesty, how you doing?
She cool.
My apologies for screaming.
I like.
You said
I like
cheat. I know I need to
lemons.
chill. I apologize.
I
We appreciate you coming
You can
through.
yell at her.
I'm down with some.
Listen, we're
citrus.
trying to take the Phoenix. We got one more intro left. Take the Phoenix and warp it into Hugger's face and make her just be the Phoenix. Because she makes 16. Chase. I can't even get the intros done because all these cool ass people are coming in.
Oh
Chase.
shit, it's Chase.
He's
Chase.
talented. Put some respect on his name. Award winner.
Chase.
Chase, what is going on? Hugger, leave. Oh, Hugger ain't listen.
No.
I will walk to Canada barefoot with no shirt on.
With
and
no
snatch
shirt
her
on.
up before she leaves level 1. That ain't happening. Okay.
And he'll fight all the
Last-
bears on the way.
I will fight every fuck them bears. Okay.
Oh Lord.
I'm coming.
He's
I'm
just
coming.
mad because
A
the
Hugger?
boys about to lose to them bears.
And I'm finally gonna get some poon. What do you say?
He
I
said
had-
that. He said that you're just mad that them boys are about to lose to them bears.
This
bears.
is how y'all know that Baron lives in a weed legal state because this man's on drugs.
Oh no! You know what's funny? I'm gonna say it like I said last week, or no, while we were streaming. The Bears are bad. They're horrible, but the boys are gonna lose to them, and it's gonna be hilarious.
No, you know why?
You want to put something on it?
You know
Okay,
why
throw
they
a 10
won't?
on it.
Oh,
You know why
They
they
ain't find no
won't?
money.
Oh,
It ain't no fun.
okay. What you want?
fame.
If the Cowboys win, you must
Don't-
do 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes of
15
Fame.
straight minutes of ranting.
I don't know if I can do it anymore.
I'm
I
sorry,
already got-
Uggs.
Don't forget, last time you made a bet with somebody, he died to get out of eating a hat. So,
He died to get out of it.
Yeah, he did. Rest
so
in
Baron,
peace.
you can't.
Let's talk about this. We're gonna put a bet on that game. I already
Okay.
know what I want. You know, Cowboys win, you do 15 minutes of fame. It don't cost no money. You know what I'm saying? It just costs your time. And I want to see sweat beats. And you got to wear a headband. You got to
I
be
gotta
me.
wear the head.
Yep.
No,
Gotta
see,
wear the
Cover up that
headband.
hairline.
normally, Baron, I'd agreed with you that the Cowboys will choke when it matters most. But the reason we will not lose to the Bears is because what's been winning us games is our defense, and our defense ain't gonna fold against the Bears.
Nah,
travel,
y'all
baby.
not. Yeah, y'all not about to do that.
Now, the biggest
Last.
test for us, I think, is gonna be Philly, that running game. Our run defenses. But past
Last, but definitely not least, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because communication director level 1 game is trying to get a hold of you, baby. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief? Oh, we smell you.
Everything's been good. My little one's been like keeping her poop in her diapers, so it's a win, bro. You take the small victories where you can get them. Speaking of small victories, I wonder, like, yeah, Sony. It's weird. Yeah, we'll get.
We ain't
into
going
it.
there yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet, bro.
Yeah, my
We,
bad.
we ain't going there yet because I know
He's
we got
excited.
lots of, and I might
Pump
I
the
got
brakes.
this out because I might preach like a little sermon later on. So
Oh,
I got
Lord.
this out there.
Oh,
Get
Lord.
the sweat out. But
Jesus.
listen, for you guys who are watching, we appreciate y'all, man. For real, for real. If you guys hit that like button and share the stream out, it helps us out a whole bunch.
I can
The
do that.
algorithm likes that. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because that helps us out a whole bunch.
Nah, Bursch.
Listen, we got something really cool coming in November.
Advice.
We got something really cool coming in November that we are working on and putting together. I think you guys are going to enjoy. Boston Gamer, what's going on? You guys are going to
Boston.
enjoy. It's coming. We'll announce, get the details coming soon, but we got something that we're working on. You guys are going to really enjoy. Before we get started, if you're interested in Souls games, as Story goes, Curse of the Stars. Shout out to Tiny Bill for giving us a preview code a couple of weeks ago. We put their review up. It is on the website, lv1gaming.com. It is also here on YouTube. If you don't want to read, you can watch the video. Check out that review. It is pretty dope. We're going to jump right into the Gamer Talk. Yes, we will get to the PlayStation crying. We will get to the CMA playing better defense than Sony than Gary Payton himself. We're going to get to the CMA acting like LT being one of the best defenders of all time.
Oh,
We're going to get to the CMA acting like Michael Parsons. We're going to get to the CMA acting like
Russell
Aaron
Wayne?
Donald playing all that good D. We're going to get to that, okay?
Oh, not the
But
good
not
D.
right now.
Not the good D.
Good D.
Damn.
All of
The CMA playing good D,
Oh.
okay?
the will of D.
Oh,
The will of D. But we're going to jump into it. As it turns out, Skybound, according to comicbook.com, Skybound has confirmed that there will be a Invincible game. Now, there's also rumors about there being a live movie adaptation, which I think, depending on who you get, that'd be dope as hell. But a video game apparently is in the works. I personally have not read the books, but I watched the show on Amazon Prime. I am super excited and cannot wait for season 2. I'm gonna go around the panel, but I'm gonna give a couple of thoughts why I'm excited. Well, I gave you why I'm excited, right? Because the show is fucking fire. Right? What worries me is the Superman effect.
Mm.
Why? He
Now,
got his
luckily,
ass kicked the whole show.
he did. Yes, that is true. He's getting his ass whooped. So
Folded.
as long as the game has that progression, because I don't know. I mean, it has something in the beginning when he first discovered his powers, right? I don't know where the books are, but I know he's supposed to end up being like the strongest person in the universe or whatnot. So I'm fearful of that. So in my opinion, if this game is real, it needs to start from the very beginning, the first book, and work our way over. But I'm gonna go over to you, B, and start with you first. Invincible. Apparently, there is an actual game coming. You excited about this?
I'm worried that it's going to be a mobile game, or it's going to
Don't
be
say that.
or it's going to be like a MOBA, and they're going to have it to where you got to protect the city. And they're going to do it. It's not. I highly doubt it's going to be what we think it is. Skybound does have the capacity to do it. I know they've been doing a lot of is it ports? Have they been handling a lot of the different ports? Like, didn't they do was it the D&D Baldur's Gate stuff, or was that Bone Dog or whatever they're called? Whatever, I'm butchering it. But it's probably gonna be a fighting game. Something goofy.
Yeah.
Like I really
can see that.
I don't see them going all out making an open world Superman
Heavy
superhero
title.
type game. Yeah, because honestly, it would emotionally, I imagine it feeling like Spider-Man, especially the newest one, especially if it follows the show and the books. Because Spider-Man, spoiler alert, gets beat down in that too. Yeah, Spider-Man catches hands, but yeah, Spider-Man gets destroyed. But I think that's what we're gonna. If we do get an open world, it's gonna feel emotionally like a Spider-Man game, story-wise. Gameplay-wise, I don't know what we're gonna get. Like, are you gonna keep him on the ground? Are you gonna do sometimes he can get in the air? I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited just to see what they do, but
Hey, as I go to the next panelist in the chat, I know what y'all coming here for. We have not talked CMA yet. It is coming right now. Give us y'all thoughts in the comment section about an Invincible game. Boston Gamer said, let's hope they, Skybound, do a better job with the Invincible game, and they keep making Walking Dead money, grabbing mobile games that some fans like myself don't want. That is a great point. I'm gonna go over to you, Hugger. Invincible video game, Skybound. What do you think?
Mobile game, or like Baron said, fighting game? Because if DC's own MOBA that they had, which was something Crisis, couldn't sustain itself with all the DC characters, then Invincible, it has a great lore, great story, great world to it, but it's never going to beat DC. So it's probably going to be a mobile game, which some of them are fire. And if it's done right, and it's not like the Harry Potter game where it locks you behind a time wall. Like, if you can sit there and poop for 10 minutes and play this game, it's made its money. Exactly. Just and enjoy it. At least everybody has to know that with something as popular as it got, there was going to be a spin-off game. That's why The Bachelor had so many shovelware games. If it's popular, there's going to be something made about it. That's why Barbie still has games. Bratz still makes games.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the chat. We got like 16 people or so live right now. I need 16 likes, man. I appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with us. Chakalaka. We're gonna swing to you, then we're gonna swing to Citizen Snips. Your thought on Invincible. Y'all are crushing my excitement by telling me and reminding me.
I'm sorry.
I'm like looking at Skybound Entertainment, and I'm looking at their their history. They make mobile games. they're not putting this thing on PC or console. And if they are, it's probably if they do put it on PC, it's gonna be like a mobile port, you know. So it's like I can just see that there's gonna be some either gotcha mechanics, some tower defense things, or something like something. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I like the IP. I would have loved it better if like Skybound like licensed Invincible to another
Yes.
company. That would have been a W. This just kind of feels a little bit like an L in my book.
Yeah.
Unless they they pull a rabbit out of a hat kind of stuff and just do something completely out of left field that they never were known for in their past. But we
It
don't
could
have
happen.
enough to. Yeah, they had, like suddenly like they were like, you know what? Let's just put some money and time into it. Then yeah, sure. By all means, let the first trailer pop off and I'll get excited. But for now, my expectations, the bar is low for me.
You know what could happen
Damn.
is they could pull I know it's not a good example, but the game has become loved now. Mass Effect Andromeda, the studio that made it was a support studio. They were the DLC makers. They were never full game makers. So it could happen. Yeah.
I never played
Bioware Montreal.
Andromeda.
Oh, I love it. I've loved it. You have to learn to love it, unfortunately. Because the story's just not finished. It never got to finish.
Oh god.
So it's like, okay. But Legendary Edition
you
is
know
on
what?
Game Pass.
Dawn has another Telltale adaptation.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
I take
can
it.
imagine that.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Telltale didn't make a bad game. They hadn't. Every Telltale game was great. That's why I'm so upset about the new Borderlands isn't made by Telltale. It's made by 2K, and I'm kind of pissed off about that. But hey, Citizen Snips, you got the final word before we move on, because I know people itching for the CMA talk. You got to find a word. Invincible video game. Did you read the books?
No, I did watch the show though. Show's dope. Man, it really for me it depends on what kind of game you make. I could see everything everybody mentioned being a possibility. So it's really tough to decide because I think the type of game is going to really make or break this for me personally. If I had to guess, and something that I think would be kind of neat, depending on the execution, beat 'em up.
Ooh, a side-scrolling beat 'em up sounds dope.
Yeah, maybe not even side-scrolling possibility. That's what came to my mind first. But even like a what do they call them? Like a Dynasty Warriors type beat 'em up.
Oh,
I think that
it fits within the universe too.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. But I mean, yeah, for me, I really can't. I'm not gonna form an opinion until I see what the hell they're making. So
we're all wrong. It's a trading card game.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
Gotcha.
All the excitement I have for this died. Thank you, you beer-faced motherfuckers. Just want to bring me down, bro.
Negativity.
Yeah, bro. I was like, oh yeah, I thought this was gonna be something. Whatever. It's gonna be trash. So whatever. Y'all can kiss my ass. Can't be happy around here.
He was like, "Oh, Invincible game." No,
can't have no Invincible game. Can't have Scalebound. Whatever.
Why do you keep talking about that remnant of a tech demo? Stop.
And
go play Century of Ashes, man.
You lucky I couldn't think of nothing funny to say.
Go play King of Fire or something. Go enjoy yourself. Let it go.
I don't play video games, bro.
That's true. You don't.
Games. I just talk about games so I
That's
can.
all we do.
So I can look cool. I don't buy no games. Just ignore. Ignore.
Yeah, that's your wife's collection.
He doesn't buy games. He just buys controllers. That's it.
Facts. Look at that controller. This controller.
Fame don't even play Avengers.
Nah, bro. Pull out the double shock. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Never been opened. Okay, this was that 20th anniversary.
Oh, right? I wanted to pick one up.
Never opened it. Right?
It's right here.
Yeah, see, I wanted to pick one up. I should have done
this before.
You can still get it.
Yeah, I need to.
This is the controller that I regret opening. I've never used it. I regret opening it because it lost so much value when I opened it.
Just wait.
Whatever. You're gonna sell it anyway.
By far, it's the best controller ever made, and it's not even close.
We got him.
It's
got him.
not even close. And Baron, we got unopened games. That's how you know he don't play them.
But he's opening them
Awesome.
because he's playing Resident Evil Village.
I am playing Village. So who made fun of me about my potion permit because it's still not open?
All of us probably.
Yeah, I barely opened 3 kingdoms, or what was it? Fire Emblem.
3 houses.
3 houses. Yeah, I barely opened that.
3 house kingdoms.
Yeah.
But listen, you should be proud of me, Ben. I found a game that is taking me away from Avengers, and that's Overwatch 2.
Oh Lord, you in these shitty games.
Oh, but you just insta-lock Moira the whole time, don't you?
Yeah, he does.
You know what? Here's the thing. You laugh, but I legit had somebody tell me the other day, Fame, I thought you played more because she's easy to play, but you're legitimately good at her.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. I watched
stream.
Hey, no, I watched Fame go on a 15
Clutch
kill
up.
streak to clutch us to win. A 15 kill streak with the healer. I will say I've witnessed
It's
it.
a team on a healer's back.
They literally had a smidgen of like all it would have took was somebody to cough and they would have won. And somehow
all you see is me heal.
Kill.
We watched you hold left click. We watched you hold left click.
He don't want to see it because he rather hate than watch it and appreciate.
And then occasionally you hold right click.
You loud, bro.
He rather hate than watch it and appreciate. It's up. It's up. Go 82
it was
minutes
wild.
in. It was wild.
It was wild.
And I was doing that all night. And I had people who always.
I ain't gonna say all that, but
people who always gave me shit was like, "Damn,
where are these people at? Where are these people?
I was wrong.
These are fake testimonials.
Overwatch 2 is okay.
These are fake testimonials.
No, it's real. It's real, bro. Because he gave me about as much shit. He gave me even more shit than you give me for playing more. He's giving me worse.
Listen, man.
Like, damn.
I got a job offer from a company the other day, and I went to their website to check them out before I agreed to anything. And they had 3 testimonials at the bottom of their website. One was from a dude named John Doe. One they forgot to translate from the base template because it was in Latin. These are the testimonials of people saying, "Oh, your Moira is amazing." It's the forgot to translate it from Latin and John Doe, who up here hyping up your Moira. Okay.
Wow.
Somehow I'm gonna find racism in that and get you canceled.
You can't, man. I'm not white. I'm just light skinned.
Light skinned today. Yep.
They call me Stretch Armstrong. Somehow I'm gonna replay that and find some racism in it and just say, hey, he don't like me because I'm Black Moira main.
Oh my God.
It has nothing to do with your race. It has everything to do with your hero selection.
See, and I'm gonna clip that and fix it and say it has everything to do with race.
Man,
it has everything to do with race. Is it because if Moira was a black character, you wouldn't say nothing?
Oh my God. Let it go. Moira's horrible. You're cheating. It's like she's the healing version of Call of Duty guy. And
the thing you want to know, the thing about Moira is she can be extremely effective, but the issue with Moira is here's the skill floor, here's the skill ceiling. They exist like right on top of each other. Like once you figure out the basic timing of when to throw an orb, when do I hold left click, when do I hold right click? Oh, I'm about to die. Fade. That's it. There's no like other deep like tactical stuff. The only closest thing they got to like a tech with her is you could fade jump if you knew how to work the tech right. You could like fade into a sloped obstacle.
And I still carried the whole fucking team with all them DPS characters. And they get nothing without me.
I'm sure.
Congratulations. You got a car with 4 tank of gas and no wheels. Congratulations. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
That was the most Texas shit I ever heard.
You ain't going nowhere.
No, he would have had to make it a tractor.
Yeah.
You got a tractor gassed up on 2-stroke, but it ain't got no wheels on it, buddy. You ain't going nowhere.
Move away from Overwatch because Fame is a Moira main. Let's go.
Moving from Overwatch, we're gonna go to Starfield. Okay, we're gonna go to Starfield because some details came out about Starfield.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people will find some new details have dropped today.
Space.
Shout out to Cobrill, whose tweet I bookmarked so that I can come back to this easily. Okay, because I don't like researching stuff. It takes too long. Okay.
We don't
Yeah.
read.
So some of the details they released today. Your ship runs on fuel. Why that's a detail, I am unsure.
No, that
That's
makes
important.
a difference, bro. No, that is.
It does.
That's very
if,
important.
if anybody who's
Okay.
played
Elite
Oh my
Dangerous.
God.
No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
managing ship fuel to make sure you can get to your destination and stuff, it does matter. It does.
And that's what he says. Determines how far you can travel.
Uh-huh.
Dialogue has 250,000 plus lines. It's a lot of damn talking. Okay.
Yeah.
Or the options to talk that most of us will likely skip. Because as we know, none of us listen to every single line, every single video game. Let's be real. And if you sit here, Baron, you lying sack of shit. If you sit here and say that you read every single line of every single video game, you're a goddamn liar. And
Only for the
may you
RPGs.
suffer from erectile dysfunction for lying.
Only for the RPGs.
You read every line. There's a
Same.
single character you don't care about. You just
Bravely Default. That broke me. I'll admit
yeah.
Bravely Default. I skipped a lot in Bravely Default.
The characters in that game freak me out.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the little legs and the bro.
And
They look like crystal people.
Creepy doll faces. Too.
Yes.
I wasn't a fan.
No. Okay, you know what? What's that? The Regicide? What's the? Okay, you're a Nintendo dude, Chakalaka. What's the rock crystal Pokemon? There's Regis something, Registeel, something. You know what I'm talking about? There's like 3 of them. Well, one of them's the crystal one, and that's how all the characters in those Bravely Default games look. It looks like they mapped their faces onto that guy. And they walk around and do stuff, and then they have like epic battles, and it is the weirdest like Saw not meant to be scary type situation, and it makes me itch.
like when
One
you
I
step
can
out
see
the shower
here
and
that
you
looks
just
like
saw
a
it.
crystal is Reggie Ice.
There you
Block of
go.
ice.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what they look like. Blocks of ice with skins mapped onto them. Yes.
A few more details here. By far the most quest depth in any BGS game. Negative character traits can be removed by quest.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Return to they are returning to a traditional dialogue system for those who play the other Fallout games.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who are excited about Starfield, we're still we know it's less than 12 months away. We don't have a date yet, but this game gonna be dropping probably June of next year. It'll probably be the big summer game of next year. A lot of people are excited for Starfield. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm like okay on it. I'm more excited about Redfall than Starfield at this point.
That's fair.
I think those hardcore Fallout players are more excited for Starfield at this point. But I'm like, I'm not like I'm out on it. It's just there's no excitement for Starfield for me right now. I'm more excited for people who are excited for it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just like, okay,
See,
I'll play it.
Now
when
I
it
feel
comes out.
bad for crapping on your Invincible game because you were legitimately excited,
Mm.
and we just spent 20 minutes crapping on it. But my bad.
Y'all
Let's keep
crap on
going.
everything I like, bro. Like at
Not
some point,
everything.
when I never mind. But at some point, y'all gonna have to be nice to me. Damn it.
Your
Okay.
birthday. It's a one day.
That's all you get. Everybody gets one.
I hate y'all.
No, what has me excited for Starfield more than anything is I wanted really bad to get into No Man's Sky. And the biggest roadblock to me enjoying that game is that, like, so they were talking about like fuel is a resource for your ship, like you have to pay attention to that. I can only do so much of that in a game before I just like it takes me out of the experience. Like fuel for my ship, fine, but when I'm having to fuel from my ship, oxygen for this, some other material for this poison resistance, some other material for this, and like I constantly have to make sure I'm stocked up on all of these things just so that I can exist. Like that annoys the crap out of me. And every time I'm getting into a groove and enjoying the game, it's like oxygen depleted. Okay, hang on. Oh, thruster's low. Come on, man. Like I just wanted to fly in space and shoot some shit. Yeah, like I wanted to just like enjoy this stuff. So it's like every planet I'm thinking about going to, It's like, well, does that planet have all of these things? Or am I going to have to land for 30 minutes and then get back to my ship, fly somewhere else to get the stuff I need just to continue mining on that one planet? Like, that annoys the crap out of me. I don't want to have to do that. So if Starfield can avoid that and just give me prettier looking No Man's Sky with cool, shooty space-based guns and action and like dialogue options so I can be evil, fuck yeah, I'm in. I want it. It looks cool. I'm down. Please don't mess it up. I'll cry.
That's fair.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
Cry.
Damn, he hurt.
Damn.
I mean, I'll cry for other reasons, but
No.
hopefully not for Starfield.
I'm gonna be 100% with you. If at bare minimum, it's like Fallout 3 in space, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
just I'm gonna win in this situation because my expectations are literally just give me Fallout 3. Like, if I get a Fallout,
But then you got that with Outer Worlds essentially.
that and there you go.
They
So
nailed
There
it.
you go.
They did.
So
That was
that's
really
what.
good.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So I'm not. My expectations are not extremely high. You know, I enjoyed No Man's Sky. I enjoyed the game that actually pushed me to get No Man's Sky was this smaller game called by Chucklefish called Starbound, which hearing Snips's complaints about No Man's Sky was a more refined version of it in terms of resource management. Like you could eat any food; it didn't have to be a specific food. You just needed food to survive.
Yeah.
And then as you upgraded your items, it was enough to last everywhere. Like if you got the top tier oxygen unit, it worked on every planet. You didn't have to swap gear to fit different environments. It just
that's cool.
progressed and made sense. Which I hope, like you said, that's a good point that I didn't think of, because No Man's Sky does get kind of it gets extremely tedious.
Extremely.
It feels like I have to spend a majority of my time just farming resources to
Prepping.
exist, and I can't do any of the stuff I want to do.
Dude, I like, but see me, I'm one of those sickos who will literally spend 2 hours harvesting resources. And that, so me, I run around with excess of everything, so I don't have enough slots to pick up other stuff. And so it's just, but I'm hoping that with Starfield, these things are addressed, because that's something I truly didn't even think of. Because for me, I was just more worried about the dialogue options. And I don't necessarily play Fallout and Bethesda games for the best combat and action.
Yeah.
Like that's not my thought when I play these games. Like I remember when Skyrim came out, that was dope. Actually swinging and connecting and missing. Like that was a very huge thing. So and then Fallout 4 shooting mechanics were amazing. So I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be okay as long as they can get the pew pew right. Like,
And that's one of my things too. Because when we saw the shooting, I'm like, man, is he shooting marshmallows? Like that gun looks like it has no weight to it.
but it's a space. But this is the thing, though. It's the future, right? Like you see Tesla, they go fast as hell. But when you mash the gas, it's not like the engine lifts the car up because of how much go it's got. Like you just, so what are you expecting from a space age laser cannon? Like, do you really want? Like, yeah, I don't know.
It really comes down to the sound effect. Is really what.
There you go. That's it. That's that. There. But yeah, I'll shut up.
Because you know why? I feel like once Call of Duty went to space and they started doing some weird shit, people set that as the standard of what gun should be in space or space-like futuristic weapons. Because then you got Prey did the same thing. Prey was set in the future. Alien Isolation. So many games set in space that even Mass Effect sometimes they set a standard of it's gonna recoil.
Yeah, they're the look and feel of their weapons in Mass Effect. I like the sounds too. Like shooting a sniper felt like remorseful. Like you've got that
the antimatter rifle.
Like, oh, sweet,
yeah.
The only thing they weirded me out with was their whole like they didn't have an ammo system. It was a cooldown thing in the first one. And then they were like, it's still the cooldown system, but now they're thermal clips. And I'm like, then what the fuck is the difference between that and just having ammo?
Like make it make sense.
I think it was cooler when it just had like the fire rate cooldown, like that dictated your rate of fire and everything. And I'm like, because you can have skills to mitigate that or get better weapons to mitigate that.
I'm hoping the melee is fun.
I'm
hoping the melee is fun because it's not. I mean, no, bump that. We're talking a Bethesda game here. The melee needs to be there. It needs to be a factor. It needs to be a thing you should be able to run through the whole game running as a melee character. And I wonder the variety. How right? No, like in variety of weapons, I need a mass. I need to be so I need to be able to find a magical shotgun that nobody else has. Like, I don't know.
That turns people into like mini people.
Yeah, not full on Borderlands, but almost there, like knocking at Borderlands' door.
Don also brought up Destiny. That's hella responsible for the way we are in space games.
True. Destiny has done some. They do really cool weapon designs. Generally, they do some really cool stuff.
It's amazing.
Coincidence? He said Destiny, and then
Destiny pops up.
Destiny.
You gotta serenade 3 times in the mirror.
Listen, we're gonna jump right into it, man. Because we know this is part of the main topic people want to hear about, and I have a lot of stuff to read. We're gonna read and kind of dissect this as we go. So do me a big favor if you guys are watching, you joining in. We're about to talk CMA and PlayStation because that's been the thing that had the gaming news between that and the Take-Two CEO talking yesterday. It's been the topic of discussion, right? And being a gaming podcast, we talk game, but we also got to talk about stuff because we have to. And me personally, I kind of want to because I'm interested in this. And preface by saying none of us, these big tech wizards, know about these companies inside and out. We're going to go by what we see and make assumptions. However, I even made a tweet today, and it was tongue in cheek, but I got people in their feelings when I said it looks like the CMA is more about protecting PlayStation than protecting the consumers. Probably got their feelings about that. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck your feelings. Because it was tongue in cheek. And it's crazy how people will see me talk about video games, see me talk about something I'm streaming, a game I'm excited about, and won't say a word to me. Will not engage with me. The moment I say something you don't like, you who follow me engage with that. But you don't engage in anything else that I do. Even the dope shit, you know. If I'm on IGN or something, I don't never see you tweeting, oh, congrats, or yo, that was dope. You'll never tweet at me. You'll never send me no message. But at the moment I put something you don't agree with, you engage with me. I don't like that, bro. Like moving forward, I don't care if you follow me, bro. If you only engage with me when you want to be negative because you're upset at my opinion, which was tongue in cheek, I'm gonna block your goofy ass, bro. And I'm not even playing. I'm just being real with it, bro. Because I want people who gonna engage with me with the good and the bad. Because I'm cool with having opposite opinions. I love that. I love the fact that this panel don't agree with me. We had a meeting yesterday, and Chocolaco was like, "No, fame, I don't think that's it." And I was like, "That's okay, thank you. Let's go with that." Because that's why I rock with this team here. Because they don't always agree with me. There are no yes men. There's none of that. Right? So it's same for the people who support Level 1 Gaming, for the good and the bad. I want you guys to engage with us for the good and the bad. If you don't agree with us, that's fine. We respect your opinion. Engage with us. Let's have a discourse. But don't ignore all the positive content and then decide to engage when things you feel are negative. That's how I'm going to preface that. Sorry to get on the soapbox, okay? We're going to jump right into it. And I want to start with these tweets from Tom Warren. Shout out to him for putting some of this stuff together for me. So pretty much the CMA, during their first round of investigating this merger, pretty much blocked the deal, right? And that's how it ended up going into phase 2. They was like, nope, this is not fair. This hurts PlayStation. This is a competitive, yada, yada, yada. And so we're going to kind of bounce around here. But I do want to start with some of the things that Microsoft replied with when the CMA pretty much told them, nope, this isn't going to happen. So I'm going to go with some of the stuff here, and we're going to kind of dissect it. So the CMA's concerns, according to this is by Microsoft, the CMA's concerns are misplaced for the following reason. Sony PlayStation has the largest console platform for over 20 years with the install base over 150 million console, making it larger than Nintendo and more than double the size of Xbox. We've said this here before, and people have said no matter, they rock with PlayStation no matter what.
True.
I've always been a PlayStation gamer. I love PlayStation games. And when they're talking PlayStation games, they're not talking about the multiplayer, they're talking about the single player, third person, over the shoulder titles. Microsoft going to say Sony engages in conduct today, which is reflective of its market power in the console gaming space, including increasing the prices of its console without fear of losing market share. And one of those markets they raised the price in was the UK. Because they have no fear of losing market share because the PlayStation gamer is telling you No matter what Sony does, I am here for them. Okay.
Mhm.
Love you.
The suggestion that the incumbent market leader with clear and enduring market power could be foreclosed by third largest provider as a result of losing access to one title is not credible. There are more than 4,000 games available on PlayStation alone. Okay.
Mhm.
A few more things from this little snippet here. The evidence shows that less than, lots of cut out, PlayStation monthly active users are playing Call of Duty. Even without all of those gamers, a highly probable outcome for a hypothetical foreclosure strategy, the PlayStation gamer base would remain significantly larger than the Xbox is today. And why that's fact is because PlayStation is a globally recognized name for gaming.
Yep.
Mhm.
When you think video games across the world, you think PlayStation
PlayStation.
first. Okay. Since the transaction was announced, Sony has acquired several game studios, including Bungie, developer of the more popular game for Destiny 2, Haven Studios, some other studios, Savage, and a minority interest in FromSoft, developer of the biggest game of 2022, Elden Ring. These complement Sony's existing minority shareholding in Epic Games, publisher of Fortnite, the strongest first-party game catalog and extensive portfolio of exclusive arranged with third-party publishers. There were 280 exclusive first and third party titles on PlayStation 2021, nearly 5 times as many as Xbox. That's fact. Can't debate that. Microsoft seemingly are taking one on the chin to make themselves seem lesser. Okay, which you know that's the strategy they're going with. Oh, even though they big boy Microsoft, they're like, oh, they got
Mhm.
games, we don't. That's the route they're going. Right? If Sony's,
Mhm.
because truth be told, in my opinion, Sony's doing the we can compete with Microsoft and their money.
Mhm.
Microsoft's going, oh, don't look at us, look at Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox, we can't compete. That's what they're
Mhm.
doing. Microsoft, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look at Xbox. Don't look at
Mhm.
me.
We ain't
Look
gonna
at
jump
Xbox.
you. We ain't gonna jump
Yeah,
you.
that's what they're doing.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
Shout out to Tom Warner because he goes on to say Microsoft was trying to make it look like it sucks at gaming.
We ain't gonna jump you.
He says CMA thinks Microsoft has an advantage in the cloud gaming windows. The CMA provides no evidence that the rivals rely on Microsoft's multi-ecosystem. Blah blah blah. That's the not really important. I'm sorry. The consumer adoption of cloud gaming remains low. Harming or degrading rival services will significantly set back adoption of technology. Basically, what they're saying is Microsoft's cloud gets too big. There's no entry point for other people. And to counter that, I would say, why didn't they care to build their cloud infrastructure before?
Which let's bring up the point. We can't ignore that PlayStation was one of the first folks to have the cloud gaming system. They even had not a dongle, but a little small unit. It was the PlayStation Now, what was it called? The PS Now
PlayStation. Well, it was
or PS TV?
That was the PSTV. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you could stream games off of that. And then they even had the Vita, which allowed you to run back and forth. Like they were pretty damn innovative with all of that. They just let it die.
Yeah.
So
Back in
Microsoft could. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say back in like 2012, 2013, they bought a company named Gaikai, and that was basically the plan was to make it a streaming platform, and then that's when
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation Now was a you can stream the games like PS3
Yeah.
games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an initiative, but I don't. Well, PlayStation Now really didn't take off, and also not to mention there was just like latency and stuff like that. Like the only way they can get backwards compatibility for a PS3 on the PS4 was through streaming, and that was the only avenue, and that's the avenue that they took. It's just it didn't pop off, and I don't, and they just sort of like folded that into PlayStation Premium now. At this
But
point.
what's
Yeah.
crazy is my point of even bringing it up is the fact that this defeats your whole argument because you were the first ones to do it. Just because you couldn't make it work doesn't mean you could turn around and try to flip it and say that this is the detriment to gaming and everyone else and the barrier to entry. You created the damn door to walk through. Like it's
And
like,
Google couldn't make it work, so let's just be real here. Like,
Google
So,
doesn't
hold on,
care to
hold
make
on.
it work.
Yeah.
Let me finish this
They don't.
subsection here. So Xbox continues with the what was me thing. Xbox has a platform which is in last place in console, 7th place in PC, and nowhere near in mobile game distribution globally. Has no incentive to do this. Instead, its incentive is to encourage the widespread adoption of cloud gaming technologies by as many providers as possible to encourage the major shift in consumer behavior required for cloud gaming to succeed. Microsoft also claims that keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation is a commercial imperative for the Xbox business, and that kind of counteracts what we're hearing about, hey, 3 more years, okay? Microsoft has no intention to take Call of Duty away from the gamers, and indeed, it has publicly committed to not do so. The value of Call of Duty depends on its community of gamers, a majority of whom are on PlayStation. Keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation is, therefore, a commercial imperative of the Xbox business and the economics of the transaction. As such, Microsoft has offered Sony a contractual commitment to continue supplying Call of Duty, include new releases with features and content parity, which means, hey, when it releases on Xbox, it will also release on PlayStation. Alpha, beta, and DLC. The referral decision fails to explain why, in the CMA's view, Microsoft would make such commitments publicly and privately, which are also reflected in its internal documents, if they had no intention of honoring them. For a code strategy of the type outlined in the referral decision would alienate the Call of Duty gamer base and tarnish both the Call of Duty and the Xbox brands, undermining the rationale for the transaction. Basically, Microsoft saying, hey, we're going to do something, and we're telling you publicly we're going to do it. And if we don't do it, we do nothing but hurt ourselves, which is fact. Mm-hmm. You're going to hurt you. If you say, hey, it's going to stay on PlayStation, we're going to have parity, day one for all. No more of this first on PlayStation shit. It's going when we own it, it's not going to be first on Xbox. It's going to be parity at all. And if we go back on that, who does it hurt? Xbox, right? Microsoft would place at risk over the money that they cut out is annual revenue from the sales of Call of Duty on PlayStation, as well as substantial revenues from other Xbox games distributed via PlayStation. Microsoft has been clear that it is counting on revenues from the distribution of Activision Blizzard games on Sony PlayStation. Microsoft also says CMA adopts. Now, this is what Sony is saying, and Microsoft is saying, hey, the CMA's rejection of this is they're pretty much copying and pasting what Sony is saying to them. Xbox plans to make Call of Duty franchise available to more gamers in more ways that could have been in the case. While this increased competition will benefit gamers, it has not been welcomed by the market leader, Sony. The CMA adopts Sony complaints without the appropriate level of critical review. Indeed, industry commentators have noted that the referral decision is written like they were to protect Sony's number one position in gaming, while claiming there isn't much competition to Call of Duty. And that's why I tweeted earlier, it sounds like the CMA, I said it myself, is protecting Sony. There's a couple more things here that I want to point out to you guys. I think is very interesting. Some stuff that I pulled. I tagged you in it earlier, Bank. I said I want to pull this up, right? Because it kind of goes against what my thought process is. That Sony's doing a lot of contradicting, okay? They pay Activision currently to get these first on PlayStation stuff with Call of Duty. Only on PlayStation stuff for Call of Duty. Exclusive stuff, first stuff on. But what they're saying is, hey, if you get Call of Duty, you're not allowed to do that because it's unfair and it's not competitive. So if Sony, PlayStation, when they get Call of Duty beta first on
what just happened,
DLC first on PlayStation, it's competitive. But when Xbox does it, it's not competitive. So the CMA recognizes, and this goes on to some more of that BS that I thought was contradictory. The CMA recognizes, this is from CMA, that Activision Blizzard's newest games are not currently available on any subscription service on the day of release, but considers that this may change as subscription services continue to grow. After the merger, Microsoft will gain control of this important input and could use it to harm the competitiveness of its rivals. Number one, its rival does not believe in putting these games in their service day one. They told you, we're not doing it day one. They told you this over and over again, right? One more thing, subscriptions are the key part of the concern, as the CMA believes it's possible, even likely, that without this deal, Activision Blizzard games may have come to other subscription services too. No, they would not have. What service?
Premium.
Their own?
Premium.
Their own? What service would they have went to?
PlayStation can cut the check for PlayStation Premium day one.
Then they could cut the check right now.
Well, day 365. Yes,
day 365.
Day and some date soon, ish.
So I want to go around the room. I want to start with you, B. I feel like I was talking a lot, and I do apologize about that. I want to get your thoughts on some of the stuff the inserts that I read out. Because in my opinion, I feel like the CMA's job, and people are gonna say that's what they're doing, is to protect the consumer. However, it is in my opinion that what they are doing is to protect PlayStation. Because if, like Microsoft was saying, you know how gamers are, you know how we are. If you piss us off enough, we'll kill a brand.
Yeah,
we will.
Ooh-wee.
If you piss off the right amount of people,
Mhm.
right? And the PlayStation player base is so full that the PlayStation fan base is so big that if you tell them, "Hey, you're going to forever have Call of Duty," and you take it away, they're not going to come over to Xbox.
Mhm.
Now, I will say Microsoft has every right to put Call of Duty day one in Game Pass. If a gamers decide to go over there, that's their right. I also believe Xbox has every right to do DLC and content first. They won't, but they have every right to. And to me, if you see what PlayStation is doing, and that's their biggest third party title, and it's because of the deals that they make, and you find that competitive, the vice versa is competitive. Go ahead, B.
I'm gonna tell you this. They're fighting so hard, in my opinion. Well, let's answer your question. Yeah, this seems a little fishy, whether or not they're truly standing up and like having some backroom handshake deal. Like, hey, we're gonna make sure this doesn't go through here. Whether that's the case or not, I will say that's what it looks like, and it's kind of hard to get away from that because throughout all of this, literally throughout all of this, I want to say PlayStation has bought 4 studios, or Sony Entertainment, Interactive Entertainment has bought
what
4
people will
studios.
tell you is those studios don't take away from Xbox because they either haven't made a game yet, or as in Bungie's case, they committed to continue games on Xbox.
And then you just bought a big share into the company that's made the game of the year. All within, like, yeah, most likely game of the year. All within the time frame of us having these discussions about Activision Blizzard being bought by Microsoft. It's crazy. It's so crazy because there's plenty of people who don't play Activision games. You know what I mean? Like I can easily just go out and grab somebody and be like, "Do you play any of these games?" No. Do you play Candy Crush? No. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not. But what we're not gonna do is diminish the power of this, because I'm gonna tell you, the moment every last one of your major top selling casual games, and when I say casual games, I'm talking about like the games that a majority of folks play, like
COD, 2K, Madden,
yeah,
FIFA.
like that. When I say casual, that's what I'm talking about. Because I mean, I'm playing games that nobody will ever play, like Potion Permit. Like, I don't think too many people are going to go out of their way. Like, oh my God, are everybody playing Potion Permit? No, but when you talk about Call of Duty, you can walk into just about anywhere and bring it up, and somebody, if not everybody, is going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, in saying that, like I've been saying over and over, at some point you're going to see Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, and MLB The Show, which are all the most bought games every year at no extra cost on Game Pass. That is gonna move Game Pass, and at some point that is gonna move consoles. And if Sony would just put Game Pass on the PlayStation, so I can just go buy me a PlayStation and not even hesitate. But that's just pie in the sky. But no, seriously, it seems like they're protecting them. I don't know. I don't have any idea what's going on. I never even heard of this organization until all this went on. I'm just calling it like I see. It looks shady, and maybe that could be how it's being presented to us. Maybe there's like some byline somewhere where if you have a magical subscription service that you built from the ground up that you made out of desperation because you were getting smothered by a console in that generation, maybe now that it's finally starting to win and eat and be worth the value, it's scaring everybody because they didn't build up theirs either. It just, I don't know. I don't know.
So really quickly, one more point I wanted to make here. I want to get finished up, and I want to move over to Snips. Because from this, the link is the assets publishing services.gov.uk. Some of the things that Sony is requiring to basically let them be okay with this deal is no extra content that is not available on PlayStation. So you know how PlayStation has they had a
That's
COD
everything
last
they
gen
do.
with an extra mode. They saying Xbox, you cannot do that.
I can't get Hogwarts
No
Legacy on
hardware
Game.
enhancements. No hardware enhancements better than PlayStation. So even if your console is more powerful than mine, it has to run exactly the same.
No
And
FPS boost.
also, you could not have Xbox Game Pass benefits. So if you have someone who is subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, you might say, "Oh, here's a gold gun or something. Here's a skin just for being a Game Pass subscriber." They cannot have that as well. What they're saying is it has to be exactly the same across the board. That's what Sony wants to approve this. No benefits for Xbox Game Pass, no hardware enhancements, and no extra content that is not on PlayStation. Snips, I want to go over to you, brother.
I'm gonna be so glad when this entire ordeal is just
Right.
over and done with. I'm so tired of having this same conversation every single week.
Yep.
The CMA says that they're concerned with consumers, but all the bullet points I read from their specific language doesn't seem to express any concern about a consumer. It seems to express a concern for a company, in this case, Sony Interactive Entertainment. They've yet to paint any point that sounds to me like it would be a detriment to my experience and what is available to me in the market. It sounds like it would possibly skew me towards leaning one way or the other, but that's business competition. You use the tools and resources at your disposal to tell customers, hey, the grass is a little bit greener over here. This doesn't give them any godlike advantage in that regard. No, it makes it more enticing, sure. And depending on how they leverage that stuff going forward, they could make it a good bit more enticing, sure. But it's not going to completely cut Sony out of the market and tell them to go F off. And another thing that pisses me off about this is it seems like every time they mention a game by name, they are mentioning Call of Duty and Call of Duty only in these discussions. And it's
no Overwatch.
You're not worried about Activision Blizzard. You're
Yep.
literally just worried about Call of Duty. So that's another thing that's pissing me off about this whole thing. Like if I'm Microsoft, I'm tempted to be like, you know what? We won't even touch COD. We'll do everything else with all of these other IPs that we're now gaining access to, since you don't seem to give a shit about them.
And then change the name of Call of Duty.
Yeah. But all of a sudden you're so big on this one specific IP. And then, like you kind of pointed out too, all of the things that Sony's raising their hand and saying, hey, this could be unfair, they're all practices that they have frequently engaged in and continue to engage in.
Right now.
So it sounds really fucking stupid to say it's fair when I do it, but it's not fair if you're going to do it. Like, it's just a stupid mentality. This entire thing, I guarantee you, Sony has no real... Anybody with a brain at Sony has no real chance, or thinks there's no real chance that this isn't going to go through. I think they're just trying to stall and delay it and make it as much of a pain in the ass as they can because they're being petty. And it's like, while we stall and do all of this, we can put like these studio acquisitions and all this stuff that they're doing. We're now prepping. We're now trying to catch up on things that we've been slacking on because we didn't put money into cloud. We didn't put money into our game subscription service. We didn't put money into this and that because we didn't think it would be an area we needed to compete in. So now we're going to make you pump your brakes while you deal with legal bullshit, getting all this pushed through, and we're going to try and catch up really quick. That's what this seems to me.
That's a good strategy. I didn't even...
It's stall tactics. That's what it seems like to me.
That's really
And then when it's all said and done and the dust settles and the deal ends up going through, Sony's going to come back to Microsoft and be like, looks like you got it. So, hey, let's talk about how we can get caught on PlayStation. Like,
yep. That's a good point. Hell. Didn't even think of that.
Ridiculous, man. That's all I see this as a stall tactics, because you can't tell me anybody who's intelligent enough to have made it at the levels in those organizations that you need to be at to influence these decisions sits there and says, with an honest face behind closed doors, this is totally unfair. This will screw our business model. No, it's crap. They caught us with our pants down. What can we do to try and get them to pull up before they continue? Like.
So something I found interesting, and I'm gonna move over to Hugger next, is one of the things the CMA talked about is, hey, Microsoft has a track record of buying stuff and making it exclusive. It's so fucking stupid, right? So they're saying the CMA found a pattern of Microsoft acquiring development studios and making their upcoming games exclusive to Xbox. All of these studios develop games for other platform consoles before being acquired by Microsoft. These include ZeniMax Media. Microsoft chose to make several of ZeniMax major gaming franchises exclusive to the Xbox, including the upcoming game Starfield, based on Microsoft statements. The Elder Scrolls 6 following its 2021 acquisition. Obsidian. Microsoft chose to make the Outer Worlds 2 and the upcoming Avowed exclusive to Xbox consoles following the 2018 acquisition. In Exile. This developer is now developing an Xbox exclusive game following its acquisition. Ninja Theory. This developer acquired by Microsoft in 2018 released an Xbox exclusive game, Bleeding Edge, that nobody fucking played in 2022. And its upcoming Hellblade 2 is planned to be released as an Xbox exclusive.
And you know what's funny about this too is all of those studios that you named when Microsoft was acquiring them, so they didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a goddamn thing.
Ninja Theory was struggling.
Whatever.
It's known. Ninja Theory was struggling so bad that their studio was divided up so much to try to make other games that were struggling. Microsoft saved Ninja Theory. And they've even told you in their dev diaries, hey, we no longer have to worry about if we got enough money to make our next game. Obsidian said the same thing. In Exile said the same thing. And there's no proof to this, but I can tell you right now, ZeniMax was not in the best possible position. And they needed some guaranteed bucks. So we rather them just cease to exist than be bought by Microsoft. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Hugs.
I mean, you brought up that great point. Snips brought up the point of if CMA really was for the consumers, this would not just be about Call of Duty. And every time it's talked about, it's only Call of Duty. Overwatch, StarCraft, like there's so many games.
And you wouldn't have to mention Sony Interactive Entertainment every other sentence. Like, no, you would replace that with the consumer because that's who you're concerned about, right?
Exactly. No. Yeah, big business. This is, maybe it's a surprise for a lot of people, but when Snips always says this is big business being big business, this is what he's talking about. It just got to see it more publicly and people are paying attention to it now.
Now, when I hear Chocolate, I'm coming to you. When I hear the word foreclose in these statements, it pisses me off. Because what the CMA is saying, hey, if Microsoft has control of Activision Blizzard, PlayStation and Sony closes down.
Exactly.
As a market, as the market for multi-game subscription gaming services grow, Microsoft could use its control of Activision Blizzard content to foreclose rivals.
You mean to tell me they're gonna blame?
Sony, who's about to release a potential game of the year in God of War? You mean to tell me if they no longer have Call of Duty, PlayStation 6 to exist? So what you're telling me is it's not about exclusives. That exclusives don't matter. And anyone who agrees with the CMA is telling you exclusives do not matter because according to this, if Microsoft could use control allocated to content to foreclose rivals, including recent and future entrants in the gaming space, as well as more established players such as Sony. What? Go ahead, Chocolate.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, here's the thing, too. I'm sorry, Chocolate. I just want to say this because he brought up a point. When they're talking about foreclosing competitors, you're talking about a market that essentially only has three major players. You have Xbox, you have PlayStation, you have Nintendo.
And does Nintendo have COD?
It. No. And for all of them,
just fucking fine.
For all of them to get to where they are right now, they've carved out some sort of niche. They've carved out some sort of a reliant base of users based on their exclusives, based on how they do their hardware, based on how they do, the style of their games, something like that. They've done something to attract a significant portion. They all have very large market shares, basically, is what it comes down to. No single acquisition is going to completely eliminate one of those major players from the market. It's just not going to happen. There's no way.
One would have to buy the other.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it would be like, because Tide now owns the proprietary rights to Spring Meadow scent, Gain's not going to exist in the market anymore. We're only going to have one brand of laundry detergent. Like, no, you freaking moron. they're so well established. These companies aren't going to go away that easily. It's stupid. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chocolate.
I feel like Chocolate is ready to put on those Gary Payton gloves. He about to be Tyrannosaurus. Now go ahead, Chocolate.
I don't really have much to say because you guys pretty much said it, but it is definitely interesting where like PlayStation wants to be like that good old adage, rules for thee, but not for me kind of stuff. And you know,
Wisdom.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of fun, but you know, there's definitely a lot of hypocrisy going on, and you know, we can always call a spade a spade. You know, I'm not going to be the one to defend PlayStation on this one either. It is kind of interesting though that like I never would have expected Microsoft to take on a meek persona. You know, you always want to be in a position of strength, especially from a marketing perspective. You always want to, you know, put your best foot forward. You know, put on a you know, happy face kind of stuff. And it just kind of seems very weird for Microsoft leadership to just sort of downplay their hand. Um, it just
I mean, they're both kind of doing it, right? Microsoft saying, "Well, we're so little, we're third place," and Sony saying, "Man, we so little. Look how big they are. You know, we can't survive." But they're both kind of doing that.
The difference is, though, is Microsoft's able to quote hard statistics. Like, we have X% of market share compared to Sony. We sold X amount of consoles compared to Sony. Whereas Sony's just talking about general feel and like potential things. Like, they have no hard data to back any of this. It's just, well, we think it'll be bad.
Our fifis are hurt.
Yep.
Not the fifis.
Listen, I'm sorry. Continue your thoughts, Chocolate. I'm gonna address Mini Yeti's tweet, and we're gonna move to the last part of the show.
No, I don't have much to say. I was just gonna sort of you know, think out loud, but I don't really have much more to add to it.
Yeah, I did see that tweet, Mini Yeti, from Microsoft with the PlayStation better, because those tweets are annoying. Like, you follow the Xbox account just to say PlayStation is better every time they tweet. It's kind of stupid. That your grandmother doesn't love you. You were probably dropped in your head as a child. You mom was probably drunk when she had you.
Oh Lord, not alcohol fetal syndrome.
Yeah, and you were probably a shooken baby.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Because how mentally unstable do you have to be to follow a brand that you hate just to tell them that another brand is better every time they tweet? Like, how mentally unstable, like, you had to have been shaken multiple
Maybe it goes
times
deeper and they made a bot to do it.
Oh,
Bro,
some people
like,
have probably.
Y'all know what it is. Drop people who are chatting. Number one, even if you're not chatting or you watching, I wish you would chat. Want to see your name and shout you out. Number one, hit the like button. In this part, we really like y'all's input. This is really important. Okay, we like to give suggestions for people to watch and or play. Movie, anime, TV show, right? In the comment section, if you guys drop them, say maybe you found a dope game. You found a dope game. Yeah. They request I give. You just found a dope game or a niche movie, something like that you think people should check out. Type it and I'll read them out. But I'm gonna start with my man Citizen Snips for his suggestions of the week for you guys to watch and or play.
Balls.
Yo, we love you too, baby.
I think I suggested this to play last time, but go play Witcher 3. I'm still playing right now on stream.
Is it update out yet? Is the update out yet?
I'm trying to get a boost.
I know they'll probably be releasing a updated version, like a Series X PlayStation 5 version.
Oh, I'm playing on PC, so I have no idea. Oh, I bought it through Steam. It was only like $10, and I'd never played a Witcher game, so I was like, cool. But it's pretty fun. My only gripes with the game so far are the camera during combat and the lock-on system are not my favorite. They don't feel super good. But aside from that, everything else about the game is pretty fun so far. Something to watch. Good Lord, I told y'all to prepare for this, and this is the month. Mob Psycho Season 3 is out. I think the episode 2 dropped today. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War is out. Only one episode so far. If you're like me, I'm holding on Hulu, which if you don't know, that's where all of the catalog of Bleach has moved to now. I was in the middle of rewatching the entire series on Crunchyroll. I went to bed on the 29th and woke up on the 30th trying to resume my progress, and it was not there. So I had to scramble to find it. It was a real quick cord yoink, but it is now on Hulu, the entire catalog of Bleach. I don't know about the movies. The entire series episodes is on Bleach along with the new stuff. I'm rewatching the old stuff still, so I'm gonna let episodes of the new build. But you can go watch that. Chainsaw Man episode 1 is out now officially. The rave, it seems like so far the hype is real. People are loving it, so you can go watch that. My Hero season 6 is it episode 2 for that, or is that this weekend?
Yeah, first 2 episodes was fire.
First two are out. So I've only seen the first one. Looks awesome too. And anime, aside from all the main cool ones that we've already mentioned that are out and you should be watching anyway, one that caught my eye that looks like it's going to be as interesting as it seems, Blue Lock.
The soccer one.
Battle Royale survivalist soccer type stuff. I don't know. It's kind of a crazy premise, but the art looks really wacky, really cool. So go check that out. And that's all I got for y'all. Go do it.
In the chat, Mini 80 says, watch Chainsaw Man. It's way better than Mid Bleach. Shots fired.
Ooh.
Bang, bang. Steph says, haven't been watching or playing anything recently, but I do recommend a little French indie called Dixon Mafas.
Sir.
What? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Dixon.
Don't do
I
it.
don't know how to pronounce
Don't do it.
Is it bad, bro?
Mafez?
Like,
I don't know. It's French.
Hey, you need to chill, bro.
I get it. I get it.
I was
My face.
Fame.
I'm
You should have
glad I
taken
only
it.
said the last part. I'm glad I only said the last part.
You should have taken it when I didn't start saying it in French. If I stay quiet, it's
We love you. We love you, Steph. God damn it. God damn it. It's a good thing I can't pronounce stuff properly.
We got him.
God damn it, bro. This says
You
The
just
Harder
got
They
dick
Fall. It's a black western. God dog it. John says play Moon Scars and watch Werewolf by Night. I'm scared to read this stuff now because of Steph. Chris Beasy says agreed. Chainsaw Man is good. I'm watching that as soon as this ends. I'm going to watch Chainsaw Man. God damn it, Dixon. I can't stand Steph, bro. I love you, bro. Sis, before my sister goes, I want to announce that finally Take Two podcast returns this Friday. That is me and Hugger's show. I'm super excited about that. It's been a while since we've done that podcast. So we have a new day. Love you too, Steph. It's a new day. It used to be on Thursdays. It is now on Fridays. About 4 or 5 p.m. You guys know how we do it. So yes, Take Two podcast is back, baby. Go ahead, sis.
I'm gonna recommend, since it's on Game Pass, to at least try Death Stranding. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually pretty fun. Kojima is still lost with the I don't know what the hell is going on half the time, but the acting by Norman Reedus, Lia Sudol, and like everybody is amazing. You're watching a movie instead of just playing a game. Since it's a spooky bitch season, go watch a spooky bitch movie. The new Hellraiser just came out. I'm gonna go watch it. It's on Hulu. The originals are really good. It looks so good, and people are losing their minds because it's a female lead. But I'm like, if you lose your minds, then you don't understand what Hellraiser was always about. And for anime,
Oh, that's facts.
go watch Tokyo Ghoul, man, because it's just one of those ones. Makes me cry. The first season makes me cry a lot, like ugly cry, but it's totally worth going to watch.
Okay. Chocolate, we on you, brother.
All right, so it's October, which means it's Halloween season. So you gotta watch a scary movie that's out in theaters this Friday. It is Halloween Ends, which is the third film in the Rebuku trilogy. So hopefully,
Say that again.
Rebuku.
Rebook.
It's a reboot sequel, no?
Something like that.
I like what you did there.
I like it. I'll allow it.
Hey, look, I make up some shit all the time, man. Like, when I threw out retcon and stuff like that, you gotta throw some things out there.
No, we're gonna kill that. That
Yeah.
died that episode. We're not letting you get away with that.
All right.
I
But
can't
anyways, there's a lot of streaming shows going on right now, and that they're all seemingly ending at the same time. So C on Apple TV Plus, the series finale is on Friday. Rings of Power, the season finale is on Friday on Amazon Prime. She-Hulk season finale is tomorrow on Disney Plus.
Excited.
And I believe, I don't know if it's the last episode, but I believe it's the second to last episode for House of Dragon this Sunday on HBO Max. So there you go.
Shout out to the chat, Forever a Cutie. Hocus Pocus 2 is banging. That's facts.
Facts.
I wasn't the biggest like Hocus Pocus fan. Like my wife and my daughter are like really big in Hocus Pocus. We had this watch party for Hocus Pocus 2, and I went and I was laughing. I was having a good time. It was a bunch of stuff in there that they was like getting really excited about that I didn't get because of reference to the first movie. But when I seen for the first one, I seen with this one, they are real life witches because they didn't age, except for old girl from Sex and the City. She got old.
Yeah.
The other two look the same. What's her name? Sarah
Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker. She got old. Baron. What you got?
Oh Lord. Okay. I actually picked up just something random to watch because my kids were begging me to watch an anime, and I just threw a dart at a wall. And Arcana Famiglia. It's actually pretty damn good. Like I just picked it on a whim, and I highly recommend people go watch it. So you got this mob family that runs this port town, and they're like the police and the protective force for everyone in the area. And
He thought
he thought he turned his camera on.
Whatever.
Leave the boy alone.
Was he picking his nose? What I missed?
Family walked in, looked like.
But no, Arcana Famiglia. It's on High Dive. I love High Dive. I watch High Dive and Crunchyroll, all that. Hopefully they don't get bought by Crunchyroll.
I have some issues with High Dive's app.
Drop a name in the chat.
The availability of their show is pretty good.
All the apps suck.
They all suck.
Let all of them.
Honestly, Hulu has been really winning me
it's
over
way better.
with the smoothness of its app. I'm like, shit, dude, I might cancel
I
stuff
hope
just to watch my
all
anime here if y'all have enough.
brought over to Hulu because for the simple fact that these apps
But
are
regular
trash.
Hulu, bro. I'm not paying for no Hulu Plus, bro. That's like $50 a month. Bro. I got enough stuff I pay for.
So I do the Disney Plus bundle that has Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. Upgraded to Hulu with no ads, and it's like I think it's under $20 a month. It's like 18 something a month.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and then games to play. Go play Solastra. It's on PC Game Pass. It's on console Game Pass. It's on Steam. I've been running D&D with some family members. We've been running through a couple sessions, so now I'm like hooked on D&D games. So this is like hardcore, like dice rolls per attack and making sure you got enough initiative. It's there. But yeah, so check that out.
Truth be told, you guys took all of my suggestions.
I did name 18 anime. I
apologize. You ran. I was like, I gotta find something.
I got excited.
I'm like, I'm not gonna go searching.
There's so much out right now, dude. It's kicking ass.
It's lovely, man. And then, like I said, My Hero has started off season 6 so far, and it's been super dope. If you guys, ever want to, run some Avengers or Overwatch, I know they hit me up. That's what I've been playing lately like crazy. I did go back. Huggy, be proud of me. I've been playing Yakuza 7 as well.
Hell yeah.
Reigniting my love for that. First thing I did when I went back in was made Ichiban Confections the #1 company in the game. Because I was like number 2 when I stopped playing it. So I went back in and made Ichiban because that mini game could be a game on its own, and I would play it and buy it just for that mini game and stuff because it's freaking dope. But listen, you guys are freaking amazing. Like all you guys rocking with us. If you're listening, if you can hear my voice, I rock with you too. You're freaking amazing. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for listening to future podcasts. Don't forget, we are back live Friday with Take 2, that podcast channel. Me and my sister over here. We'll be back doing our show. We'll be covering. We do some gaming stuff, but we cover stuff in pop culture as well. We do. We will be doing a lot of She-Hulk, so be prepared for that. I hear my other phone ringing. And then tomorrow I'll be live streaming. Chocolate will be live streaming Monday. Baron needs to go back and finish. You finished Resident Evil, right?
No, I'm still working through it.
Resident Evil. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. As you guys know, we'll be playing games. You guys are freaking amazing. Don't forget Asterigos. If you're in the Soulsborne, that review is up and live. Please go check it out. Hit the like button because that helps us out so much. Y'all wouldn't believe how much a single Like button is free. We don't have ads up. How you can support us is hitting that like button, sharing the stream, and subscribing if you haven't. With all that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up to 211. This was WSP Podcast. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Oh, by the way, we got a super dope podcast coming up. It's likely to be on a Saturday with a name that you guys know and love. He's verified on Twitter. I will not say his name, but his first time on the show, and he is a big name in this gaming industry. You guys will want to be here for that, okay? Chris Beasy, yes, please be here more often. We're here live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. CST. You guys have a great and route.
사랑해.